Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next review of the Fangoria challenge. This time, Jason and I watched Ravenous. Ravenous is a 1999 horror film with an all-star cast, and according to Fangoria, it's one of the 101 best horror movies you've never seen. Ravenous is set in the 19th century during the Mexican-American War. Guy Pearce plays Captain John Boyd, who is given a promotion after single-handedly taking an enemy command post. He is sent to a remote military outpost with 7 others who have already established themselves there. They include Jeffrey Jones as Colonel Hart, Neil McDonough as Private Reich, David Arquette as Private Cleaves, and others. One night, a drifter stumbles upon the outpost, and Captain Boyd and the rest of them take him in. He tells them he's come from a group who recently took shelter in a cave from the snowstorm. The storm hadn't passed as soon as they had hoped, and they eventually ran out of food. First, they ate their horses. Then they tried digging up roots from the ground. They even ate their own belts and boots. Finally, though, there was nothing left to eat but each other. When the first of the group died from famine, he became the first human meal. The rest had no choice but to turn to cannibalism. It was their only way to survive, but one of them enjoyed it a bit too much. In fact, he enjoyed it so much, he killed some of the others just to eat them. The drifter, though, whose name is Calhoun, managed to escape with his life. He fears there may have been another survivor, though, so the group decides to go on a rescue mission to the cave. But when they get there, what they find is horrifying. As the story goes, anyone who eats another gains that man's strength. But even worse, he gains a ravenous appetite for more flesh. This was a first-time watch for me, believe it or not, and I loved it. The cast is fantastic all around. Robert Carlyle, in particular, gives a stellar performance. The snowy setting is chilling and atmospheric. The soundtrack is incredible. I love the music in Ravenous. But what's most unique about the movie is its tone. I can definitely understand why this movie didn't do well when it was released. This would be a tough movie to market. It has a very comedic tone at times, but it's also clearly a period piece. Then, suddenly, it's a horror film. It's one of those movies I like to call a jumping genre film. The music is a big part of that. It really sets the tone within each individual scene. Ravenous is another perfect example of the types of movies on this list. They are not quite lost films, most of them anyway, but they're still fairly obscure despite receiving VHS, DVD, and even Blu-ray releases. This is my VHS copy right here, but I'm happy to say that Jason has an extra DVD copy he'll be sending my way, because I love this movie, and I definitely need it on disc. This really wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be more of a period piece where a group of soldiers or whoever get lost in the woods or in the snow and come across a gang of cannibals. I don't know why that's what I expected, but it was, and that's not what this movie is. Again, Ravenous must have been extremely difficult to market. The same, I think, could be said about my relatable recommendation, Bone Tomahawk. Bone Tomahawk is a 2015 Western horror film, and it is literally one of my favorite modern horror movies. It also features an all-star cast, including David Arquette, which is a coincidence. And it's about a group of men on a rescue mission who come face to face with cannibals. I have reviewed Bone Tomahawk in the past, so I will link that video on the end screen of this one. One final interesting connection, though, is both movies lack women. For example, Ravenous only features one female character. Oh yeah, and fans of The West Wing, like myself, will notice the late John Spencer in a role. Have you seen Ravenous? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. And please be sure to check out Jason's review. What will we watch next for the Fangoria challenge? Check back soon to find out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.